Hi everyone, I'm Lola Tracy, the RSA chick, and I'm back again with another video, and this one is going to be the 10x10 Unitru Volvo FH16 truck-to-truck, of course with the full metal chassis, and we have a lot of upgrades that I'm going to show you guys, so stay tuned and let's jump into it. Now let's take a look at the exterior details and features of our 10x10 truck-to-truck over here. So on the front we do have a full metal front bumper, so this is going to be an accessory that you can actually flip downwards whenever you need to open the cabin. But however, one more thing, there should be some pins right over here to secure the cabin once it's up, and it's painted in this awesome gray and yellow striped colors. That's going to be the color scheme for our entire cabin and truck for this one. So once you drop it, you're going to see over here we do have some two lights, grill lights added, so that's going to be 4 pairs, so that's going to be extra, as well as there's going to be green lights in the grill that I'm going to show you guys once I turn it on. We have these awesome parts hidden right there. I'm not sure if you guys can see them. They cover up the front lights, which gives it so much more detail. We have one here as well. That's going to be for both sides of the truck. And on the bottom over here, we have the chevron stripes added to this truck. So you can actually request me to paint these on your truck if you ever get one. You can also see on the bottom, when you play, okay, let's put it this way, you do have another light bar right here, so that's going to have some more lights, so this is an added accessory as well. Coming over to the top, you can see for the paint job we added another stripe on these parts that are on both sides of the cabin. And over here you do have these new awesome fully automatic, you can use to control them on the controller. They are mobile windshield wipers. They're going to be some metallic pieces, and I'll show you guys how they work soon. Now coming over to the top, we do have the sun visor, and it's going to have some LED lights as well. And of course we've added this new light part over here with the Volvo FH16 750 in it, so you just know exactly what cabin you're getting, which has these 2 side lights as well. So it does have these awesome 5 spotlights, so that's going to be in 2 colors. You can switch in between, and these, I don't think I've seen them on any other truck, so these are kind of special. And of course we do have the air horn accessories, some antennas over here, and of course finally on the top we do have our light bar. Now coming over to the side view of the cabin, we do have a step right here unpainted, and of course the cabin door for this one does not open, and for the, unfortunately these are not mobile as well, so you have to be careful with them. Now looking into the cabin, we actually already pre-installed a driver for you, so you do not have to worry about it looking out of place since you cannot open the cabin. And of course on the top over here we do have the marker lamps on the side. That's going to work well with indicators. Now for the tires, of course it's going to be a 10x10. Over here in the front we do have the front steering axle, so for steering axle it's going to be this one and this one, and in the back, so that's going to be 3 steering axles. So you can see on the tires we do have the Volvo sign as well, so that's just for extra details. Full metal axles, of course. We do have some more metal parts for decorations, like all these tanks that we have over here. We do have a little bit of a plastic part here, but coming over to the windbreakers on this side with the nice chevron stripes that we have over here, everything is painted, of course. Now coming over to the back, we do have of course a nice equipment rack all over this truck, so that's going to be a full metal piece. But first things first, over here on the side plates we do have some LED strips that are installed on both sides here and there, which I'll show you how they look like when turned on. On the top of our equipment rack we do have some spotlights, one here and one there, held together by some nice full metal parts over here. And over here we also have the full metal exhaust pipe. A smoke unit has already been installed on this one, so that's going to also work. So for the doors and features of the equipment rack, this entire piece is going to be opening as one, and that will be your battery compartment. So you do have a little bit of a stand support to hold it up, so you do not have to worry about it. And of course it's going to be an XT60 connector. Now over here for the equipment rack, so we can open these doors quite easily. So on this part it's just empty, you can add whatever you want to it. We do have on the top some simulation air brakes with of course an oil tank, so this is just a decoration, you don't actually use it. But over here on this side we did use this storage box to install the smoke unit, and right there is where you would install the smoke liquid. You just have to unplug this, add some smoke liquid. I'll have a short video for anyone who wants to see how to do that. And of course, this metal plate part that covers this area just makes it look much better. And of course, it houses this ladder parts on both sides. Okay. And also they're easy to push back in to the frame. And we do have the full metal frame, so this is unpainted. You can actually request us to paint the full metal frame if you're getting a build that you want, you know, just paint it. And for the fenders, they're going to be all plastic fenders, but with some metal notches on the rear over here, but the fenders themselves are going to be the plastic parts. Now on the top, we do have, of course, the fifth wheel, full metal one, easy to open up and close. You can also adjust it, just pull this part and you're able to move it around to wherever you need it to be. So the entire chassis is going to be from Scale Club, and of course we do have another metal part over here just for that extra feel. On the rear, we also do have this nice metal rear towing hitch that is mechanical. You can just simply lift this to connect your whatever you're hauling. And of course we do have as well some spotlights in the rear that you can use, and some extra lines. For some reason you do have some air brakes in the rear as well, so that's a lot of detail for this truck. Now for this cabin, you can actually remove the top and you can see into the cabin. So if you want access in there, that's easy. You can remove the driver or add the driver, but this one is in here forever. Now on this side, we also have the speaker, so that's where it's going to be. Your sound will be coming from the cabin. And of course here we do have some connection points that's going to be giving power to our light system for the top of the cabin. So it's going to be magnetic, so it's going to not easily come off when you try to lift it. And of course the cabin can open. Remember, you have to first drop the bumper and then flip it up. You can see some electronics on the inside over here, such as the 12-channel receiver. We do have an ESC over here and all your other things that you need to run your truck. Now let's get into all the cool things we have in terms of operation, lights, and sound. So it does come with the ST8 controller. It's going to have a 12-channel receiver for this controller. Of course, it's an upgrade. So for the light system, immediately you connect the battery, this part will be illuminated. So the 750 FH16 is going to have this nice blue color. We do not have a control for those, but now coming over to SWA, that's going to be your normal headlights. So we have lights over here, you can see on the side. Flip it again, we do have the headlights, and a third time all the lights on the bottom over here, you can see them on the bumper. So that's 1, 2, and now coming over to SWB, that's going to be our amazing lights. You guys are not prepared for this. Look at that, awesome, amazing strip lights in the cabin. Look at that, the front grille. And of course, on top over here, we do have them in the sun visor. And they're going to be able to switch in between different modes, around 8 different modes before you can turn them off. So let's just leave those on for now. So on the top over here, coming over to the back, you find the switch that's going to turn on the lights on top. Look at that. These are so cool. So it's going to be red and white and super bright. And of course, the lights on the side and over here. And of course, different modes, marker lamps as well on. Whoa, I really like these lights on top over here. They are blinding though, very blinding. Coming over to the top of our bar light, that's going to be VRC on the side. So flip it up and down to turn it on, and then just up to change in between different modes. You can choose a much brighter light than this one, but this one also does the job just all right. And then on the back, I promise you guys, we have something amazing. Well, that's going to be right on this knob right here. So just flip it all the way. And we have these nice green strip lights on the back and in the fenders of the rear. You can adjust the brightness to whatever you want or play around with it just like so. And for the rear lights, of course, we do have indicators right here in orange. And when we drive forward, we have the bright red brake lights. And of course, the reversing lights, bright white with the beep sound. So this truck is not going to move until you turn on the sound system, and that's going to be right here, push down. Immediately you turn that on, the smoke will also start burning, but just give it a little bit more power. So we do have our smoke starting to come out right over there. So only when you push the throttle or go into reverse, that's when you're going to have smoke. Now over here, don't forget I mentioned our awesome new windshield wipers, and that's going to be your switch right over here. Push it all the way to the end and they will start going all away. I love it having with sound. So drive in the rain will be cool. You can also adjust the speed or turn them off halfway, but of course you're going to have to time it perfectly to turn off the exact time. And of course on the inside of the cabin we do have it installed with the LCD screens, as you can see over there. And of course you might be wondering, I'm trying to drive but I'm not going anywhere even when the sound is on. That's because you have to turn on the ESC switch that you can find from under here. Once you press it, you hear a beeping sound and then you'll be able to drive. And of course we have rear steering axles, as I mentioned to you guys before. Beautiful sound system, beautiful unit, definitely. You guys should tell me what you love about this truck and what you're going to get on yours. So of course it does have differential lock and 3-speed transmission. So right here is going to be for speed. Now for your speed transmission, SWC will be it. So on the topmost position, whoa, that will be your, whoa, oh my god. Okay, I love driving this truck. I'm sorry guys. It will be your lowest speed. And then medium position, I'm a little bit scared. Whoa! I'm happy this truck has really great brakes. And then for the high, I'm scared. Okay, let's go. Whoa! Really nice start, really decent. So it has 3-speed transmission and an option for differential lock. So of course we do have differential lock on this truck. That's SWD over here, lock it, and I'm gonna be so careful to not have it run away from me. There we go. Super powerful truck, that's for sure. Alright, RC fans, now that was our awesome 10x10 Unitru Volvo FH16 tractor truck. So you guys are gonna tell me what you think about it and all the features that it has, and definitely contact me to get one for yourself or get it customized. I'm Lola Tracy, the RC chick from Toucan Hobby, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!